The HOA meeting was supposed to be routine. Folding chairs, stale coffee, the same handful of neighbors half listening while scrolling their phones. I showed up expecting nothing, more than a boring hour and maybe a reminder about lawn heights. What I didn't expect was her, the HOA, Karen, armed with a printed packet and a smug smile. About 10 minutes in, she stood up without being called on, loudly, confidently. She announced that she had a serious community concern, and then said my name. Every head turned toward me. She held up photos of my house like evidence in a courtroom, close-ups of my driveway, my trash bins, even my front porch. "This," she said, pointing dramatically, "is what happens when rules aren't enforced." The room went quiet. I could feel the heat in my face as she went on, listing alleged violations that were either exaggerated or flat-out false. She talked slowly, clearly enjoying the attention, clearly trying to embarrass me. A few people shifted uncomfortably, but no one interrupted her. That was her plan. Public shame, no resistance. When she finally sat down, satisfied, the HOA president asked if I wanted to respond. I stood up calmly. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't insult her. I simply pulled out my own folder. I explained that every violation she mentioned had already been approved in writing. I read dates. I read permit numbers. I passed copies of emails to the board. Then I mentioned casually that I had documentation showing she'd reported my home 6 times in 3 months, all unfounded. I asked the board if that qualified as harassment under HOA policy. The mood shifted instantly. Neighbors started murmuring. Someone behind me said, "She did that to us too." Another nodded. The president cleared his throat and asked Karen if she had anything to add. She didn't look so confident anymore. Her papers suddenly weren't so important. The board dismissed every accusation on the spot and announced they'd be reviewing her conduct instead. As the meeting ended, people stopped me to apologize for believing her for staying quiet. Karen avoided eye contact and left early. She tried to publicly shame me. Instead, she exposed herself. And she never mentioned my house again.